Now we are talking to Jesse Metcalfe from Chase. Jesse, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, man. I'm really well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. The show Chase, Mondays on NBC. Tell us a little bit about the show and tell us who you play.
Well, it's an insider's look at the world of U.S. marshaling, and we follow a group of U.S. Marshals, a Violent Offenders Task Force, as they chase down the 15 most wanted fugitives in the country. And I play the new guy to that team. His name's Luke Watson. They call him the Green Bean, because he doesn't really have a lot of experience in the field. He comes from Washington, D.C., from an affluent political family, and it's a great role. I mean, I really love playing Luke. He's very intelligent, but at the same time, he's really gets the opportunity to kick some butt on the show, and there's a lot of firsts for Luke. He's experiencing a lot of these things for the first time. The first time he kills somebody, and
wow.
A lot of the different procedures and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think the audience will really identify with the character.
That's cool. And you usually, in a lot of your roles, you play the sexy guy. That's kind of your role is like, the guy that's there for a sex appeal. And in this show, you get to be kind of a badass. Do you like that a little more than just the sexy guy?
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity for me. It's completely different from anything else I've done on television. It's a much more mature role, much more adult role, and it really is an opportunity for me to, to show people what I can do.
Are they trying to write in parts in the show where you have to take your shirt off or something to like do a tourniquet on somebody's bleeding out?
They already have. I had sort of a brief romantic relationship with another member of the task force. We spent the night together. We're in our underwear in bed, etc. So they've already exploited that aspect a bit, and I'm sure there's more to come. I'm sure I'll have another love interest in the future.
Good.
And they're definitely trying to bring more romantic storylines into the show. So
that's nice. Does that bother you at all that it's like that you can't do a thing without having to do something sexy, or is that kind of a nice burden to have?
You want to play a well-rounded character, and I mean, no character is well-rounded without a little sex appeal, without some type of, romantic storyline on a show. So, I mean, it's part of, it's part of it, it's part of making a show that I think people are going to be interested in, because, I mean, sex is a big part of life,
yes.
So, but I mean, you're right. I mean, I have sort of been, stereotyped a bit, and pigeonholed in the sense that, the sexy guy or the guy that takes his shirt off, and I think this is a bit of a departure from that for me. So, I'm very excited to be a part of this show.
Very cool. What else is going on other than Chase? What else are you working on right now?
You know what? Chase is pretty much taking up all my time, It's, 5 days a week, sometimes 14, 15-hour days. So it really doesn't leave time for much else, and we also have to relocate here to Dallas, Texas, where the show is shot and takes place. So I've basically been putting all my energy into this show. That's
cool. Do you do a lot of research for your roles? Like when you're playing a U.S. Marshal, do you go spend time with the actual marshals or talk to real marshals, or do you just kind of take it from the script?
No, we did, and doing research on a role is, essential. I mean, you have to do research every role that you do. If you want to be convincing in that role, and I mean, this is really a show that it needs to be authentic, in order for people to accept it, and I mean, we're calling this an insider's look at the world of U.S. marshaling, so we have to know exactly what we're doing, what we're talking about, and it really started with we did training with the FBI in Westwood, California. Mm-hmm. I read a book on the FBI and on profiling, and how profiling was initially developed, called Mine Hunters. Then we came out here to Dallas, and we trained with actual U.S. Marshals and also with SWAT teams on how to enter and clear rooms and handle different situations and handle all the, tactical gear we would be using on the show and all the weapons, etc. So a lot of time and energy has gone into making this show as realistic as possible.
Very cool. With these new shows, you never know which ones are going to stick, which ones are going to last. This one, yours got cut down episodes on that first season from 22 to 18. Does that worry you about the upcoming season, or do you just take it episode by episode?
You gotta take these things as they come. I mean, it's definitely concern of everybody. I mean, we want the show to succeed, and actually, the show has been growing episode to episode as of late. you know, and we've been picking up more viewers. So I mean, you know, we're disappointed, but I mean, they can always reinstate those last 4 episodes, and you know, it's still, you know, there's still a strong possibility that we could be coming back for the next season. So, you know, so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here on the show, you know, to promote Chase and to let people know that this is a really great show. It's a lot of fun to watch. You know, it's really high octane. And, you know, I think a lot of people just don't know about the show, so I'm really trying to get the word out.
There you go. Well, Chase, tonight after the sing-off, what do you do when the show's on, Jesse? Do you sit, like, at your house with friends and watch it, or how do you watch these episodes?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely TiVo every episode when I get the opportunity to watch it. But tonight, I'm actually going to have some friends over and watch this episode because, you know, we're really excited about this episode. It's actually probably one of our strongest ones. And
cool.
I'm, you know, really highly featured in the episode, and there's some really great fight sequences. So I think, you know, if people are going to tune in for the first time, tonight would be a great night to do so.
Are you going to watch the sing-off beforehand? Is that up your alley?
You know, sing-off's not really up my alley.
Not your thing?
So I'll probably skip that. I'll probably watch some Monday Night Football until the show comes on.
Flip it over. Right on. Well, everybody else could check it out after football or the sing-off tonight. It's 9 o'clock here in Billings on NBC. Chase, featuring Jesse Metcalfe. Jesse, thanks so much for being on the show, and best of luck in your future, man.
Absolutely. Right. Thanks for having me.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.